forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the
yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. So hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got breath control, so no need to take...
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's go!
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Tyrone Crawford. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. They go play action. Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No. We're going to 53. Take,
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Even. 4 down. Even. Hey, check. We're going to 54.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Maher was 6 of 7 from 50-plus as a 29-year-old rookie, including a Cowboy record 62-yarder. And he's able to knock this one through from distance as well.
Remember, 4 years in Canada, kicked in all kinds of conditions, gives a guy a lot of confidence coming to the NFL.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Check 55. Somebody. I got it.
First down, a run with Cohen. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, QB, come on. 54.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now Elliott, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill. 47. Mike 7, Mike. We're going to 54. Right here. 26.
To throw is Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Kill.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Hey, Delta.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. Oh, and Nelson spaced to operate. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A first down carry by Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
X3, 218, chop. Second and inches at the 30.
On second and very short, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Trubisky will throw. And Robinson with a big catch. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it?
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
47. Check it back. We're going to 53.
Prescott now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Trubisky now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Play action. It's Trubisky. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 13-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The 1st down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 1st downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 48 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He finds Robinson. A gain of 6 here on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Number 47.
Prescott from the gun. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
51 yards on the punt there. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. This is Elliott. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Defense. Here we go. Mike 7. Here we go, 47. Slam. Here we go, going to 53. 26.
Now Prescott. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Check. Check safety. Slam. 7's a Mike. Mike, go to 54. Line 8. Switch it.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So you had to figure that sooner or later someone was going to top Matt Prater's record of 64, and officially this one will go in the record books at 65.
You saw him lining up for this, and you just thought to yourself, you know, he could make this. And sure enough, to be here to see it, that's pretty darn awesome.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, it's Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike. 52.
On second and 12, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a third and long. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That's taken at around the 40. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Trubisky to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the side.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards, I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, maybe it's like my wedge. When you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike 7. Hey, what's the ball? He's coming.
We're going to 53.
You got double up. 6 guys. Check 6.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
This looks like a free play for Prescott. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Oh, Prescott stripped.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range and the ball doesn't go through the post, but it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Now it's Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky is going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big pickup of 38.
At the 2-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back now in Arlington. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the... And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! 55, Mike, 55. Not today, you are. Not today.
Trubisky will throw. And they're going to get the two. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a one-score game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
He's checking.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch the edge. Bang, 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 bang. Kill. Watch twist. Shift. Watch the shift. Back.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
We're going to 54 wide in. All day, just like that. Mike 5.
They'll run with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, throws like that, especially where we sit in the 4th quarter, he's got to be careful.
Yeah, and you know one of my faults is that I often view this game through a defensive back's eyes. And in this situation, your team's losing, it's late, tighter coverage, take a chance and go and try and step in front of one of those.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Switch gears.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And this is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
The throw left side to start the drive is complete. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They go play action. Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Trubisky to throw again. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Dallas, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.